Hello guys and welcome to, what are we now, round 5 of the first season of our My Team, and today we are at Canada. Now we're on the back of two pretty poor races. So we're going to go for the sponsor event with Monaco and Baku, giving us what has been two of our worst races of the season. But we've got a good run now. We've got Canada, we've got France, Silverstone, Hungary, Belgium. They're all tracks that should be good results for us. Canada, to be fair, is probably going to be one of my one of the races that I think that we should get the best result of the season, probably. Fingers crossed.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
So new rear wing outlets. So we'll go and see what else we can do with the R&D on our aero package. Nothing affordable. So let's, without any further ado, let's get cracking.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Yeah, put a lot of hours in here, so hopefully we can get a reasonable result. And as we're finding in so many tracks, the curbs just unsettling the car massively. So far off the pace on a quali run.
We haven't hit our program targets. Come in and take a look at the data, and if we have time, we'll rerun the program. Okay, the time last lap was a 1 minute 11.4.
I think their prediction on quali laps just ridiculous. We'll go race strategy. See how we compare on this to the race pace against the qualifying pace.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy. Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up. Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
But I don't feel that we're as slow as they seem to predict that we are. I think it's the team's predictions are out. I'm going with that. I mean, we got on 1:11.1. Where's our teammate, for instance? 1:14. I mean, Latifi, 1:12.9. 1:12.3 on Sauce for George. 1:12.1. So we've got sort of a second on them, sort of, you know, the normal back marker sort of guys. So I feel that we're in a decent position. But let's retire, see how the rest of the season would progress. So I would say, looking at that, the team's prediction is just wrong. I think we're sort of killing ourselves to get a better lap. But I mean, we're less than a second off of Valtteri and Hamilton, which I mean, I think that's more than fair. Half a second behind Max. I'm happy with that result. I call that a victory. Only 100 resource points by Tinkdom. Up 11 on a claim for the team. We are going to be taking a gearbox penalty at some point. I really don't want to take a gearbox penalty here. I don't think it's going to do 2 races. So the team seems to think that we're going to be nowhere near qualifying. Let's see if we can prove them wrong, like we did in Baku. And our event gearbox, that's pretty much dying on us. I think we're going to struggle to get 6 races out of the gearbox.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Our internal combustion engine was pretty bad as well, so we're actually on our last ICE.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
.1097, so we're definitely trying a bit of pace over ourselves in
We have
free practice. Let's go back to the garage and see what the
2
lap
laps of
times,
fuel remaining.
what the lap times are looking like.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
So to be honest, I think we're good there to get through Q1, so we're going to take a gamble and retire. P5. So they reckon we were going to qualify in last place. Tinkton just struggling to get out. The first guy to be knocked out of Q1. Kimi and Antonio Giovinazzi, the 2 Alfa Romeos, well and truly cemented in the drop zone. Ocon and Alpine, again there, they were getting close to getting out, so Ocon being our rival, that's good to see. And yeah, I don't want to put too much wear and tear on the car. So it looks like it's going to be a rainy race as well, which could certainly make life interesting. It'll be our first wet race of the season, I think. Probably taking an end plate. Or not. With the weather prediction being a wet race, it's interesting to see that he's set his lap on the mediums. Albeit in 13th, you would expect that he is going to go again.
Three minutes to go.
So it actually jumps us into third. But there seems to be a fair few guys setting lap times on the medium tyres. We're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to hit that one lap. We're happy with that. It's a screw you team, basically. They said that we didn't have the pace. We did. Q3, Lando Norris up in third. Valtteri Bottas a 192 on the mediums. That's a hell of a lap. Oh, Tig did get through, bless his heart. Not bad, sorry Dan. Sitting there saying he didn't get through when he did. So both cars, that's the first time I think we've had both cars in a Q2. So let's go out there straight away, bang one lap in. And if we are going to have a wet race, a good quality position is going to be key. Don't want to be sort of going into turn one in the midst of the spray, in the midst of, you know, the entire grid in front of us. Another race that you would expect to see a safety car appear, especially with a wet Canada. 1097 from Checo. .1093. Putting us on provisional pole.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Roberts and Lewis Hamilton.
No way!
Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So in FP1 they're going, no, you're going to be back of the grid. We've ended up qualifying on the front row at Canada. I did say if we could get a result anywhere, this would be the circuit to do it. We're going to be lining up on the front row in second place. That's a hell of a result. Absolutely elated.
Being with a good chance in the race.
I can't believe it. We haven't been interviewed again. I mean, it's the team's best qualifying session and the press didn't want to talk to us. So let's get on with the race. 35 laps of a changeable, possibly, weather conditions. Should be an interesting one. That might be why the other guys qualified Q2 in the mediums, just looking at the weather forecast. So we might have made a bit of a boo-boo, but we'll see.
Bonjour! It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
From the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid run looks like. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Roberts completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Lando Norris and Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Vettel and Charles Leclerc, Stroll, Ocon, Pierre Gasly and Tsunoda, Ticktum, Mick Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, hello guys, and yeah, so as I said at the beginning of the video in the text, we had some issues with footage from Baku. It was unwatchable, and Canada, the capture card captured everything up to the race and then decided to stop. So yeah, all I can say really at this point is massive apologies. We've had so many issues this year. I know with the previous videos there's been screen rate, like screen resolution issues, frame rate dropping, juddery, flashy. So I'm going to try attacking this in a different manner now. Normally I'd try and commentate onboard camera, add in the highlight reel or the replay reel on top of that, and it just seems to not be working, and doing it the way I've done it, it's one shot recording. So we get issues like we had with Baku, we had issues like we've had here. It becomes there's just no footage. So I'm gonna attack it now. I'm gonna save the full race replay. We'll commentate over the top of it. Hopefully this will solve the issues that we've had with the flickering on the screen, and frame rates dropping. So at least this way we've got an option to be able to go back through and re-record footage. So yeah, again, apologies, sorry for the waffling, just more of an explanation. So thank you to those who have who are riding out what has been a poor start with our recording qualities, but hopefully from this point out things will get better. So we'll start the highlight reel. This is going to be a really short race, but we start in front of the grid. P2 goes to the front of the grid, second row of the grid. We get a decent start. We get first. Bottas absolutely dive bombing it in turn 1. We'll try and hang it out round the outside, but that Mercedes got so much more power than us. It is more just a case of being a circuit I enjoy and put a lot of time in, help us performing well, taken to the grass a little bit, bump wheels. I mean, we're trying everything on our first lap. We just want to try and get that track position, hold it out as best we can. And lap 6, we've got Norris on our tail.
You've lost access to one of the gears. We've lost one of the gears due to a fault.
I think Norris took a bit of a bomb. We were kind of committed. Fifth gear was the gear that we lost at that point, which did hurt us. It did come back later on in the race. And yeah, so we're 20 laps in. The rain, I think, was about this point. Maybe next lap it started to fall. We had a good fight with Pierre for a few laps, but eventually DRS you know, really brought him onto us. We just had no answer. Using our ERS through the earlier stages of the lap to hold position probably would have been better saving some ERS, I think, just for the defence down the straights. Yeah, it's going to be like a 5-minute race. And again, just, you know, the slippy slidey of the rear of the car, something that we seem to be fighting a lot this season. Hopefully with some of the chassis upgrades and that, we can, you know, and the aero, we can just try and just key that car in a little bit more. The rain's starting to come down now, and it really did change our race. It seemed to cost us. Just couldn't really dial it in the rain, but a nice late break into the last corner. Through the wall of champions, we managed to get Pierre back to P6. I believe a retirement was what jumped us up in the end to P5. And yeah, I mean that's literally all we've got. So yeah, massive apologies. We're gonna attack this from a different method next time out. So hopefully, yeah, this should be the last of the stupid video issues that we have. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Take care. Bye 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 bye.